Hello everybody, this is AK. I'm back. So recently I got a couple of comments in my blog which I think are quite interesting, and I'll share those comments here in this video and also my replies. Right, so a reader asked me what strategy am I going to use when I deploy the funds which came back from my sale of my investment in Sabana REIT, right? So what strategy am I going to use when I buy T-bills with that money, right? He said, curious as to whether you would beat a lump sum or split it into bite size like $10,000 each for the T-bills. Right. So I said I have a T-bill laddering strategy. Right. So my plan is to strengthen each rung of the ladder of my T-bill ladder with additional funds. Right. Wherever possible, I try not to have something that's too lumpy. Right. So this is to ensure that returns are not lumpy. I get money coming back every 2 weeks, right? And it won't be like a lot of money in sometimes, and very little money sometimes. So I try to strengthen the T-bill ladder, each rung of the ladder, so that the returns are not lumpy. And the reader also said that he learned a painful lesson that when using CPF OA funds, the fees for buying, holding, and redemption are all almost $10. Right? It doesn't matter how big or how small your investment is almost always about $10. So you see, if you have to buy, you have to make sure that it's a generous size or a meaningful size, and it's not like a $1,000 investment, right? So I think that is something that most of us who have been using CPF OA funds to invest with would know. But for newer readers or newer viewers who don't know, something to take note of. So of course, my readers and viewers would know that I only use my CPF OA funds to buy T-bills. So far, I only 2 T-bills, so my cost is actually very low. Right? We also got 2 transactions per year and only 2 positions to hold at each time. So the buying, holding, and redemption cost very low when I use my CPF OA funds to invest with. And why only T-bills? I mean, most of you would know that it's because it matches the risk profile of CPF OA. T-bills and CPF OA, they are both risk-free and volatility-free. So they're bonds, bond-like, right? So and then he went on to say that he's very sad that the government is going to close the CPF special account when we turn 55 years old. And he, like so many of us, had the hope to use the CPF-SA as an income stream. Right, he said, call it a cash cow, and he was wondering what other steps could we look at to derive some cash flow to generate more income, right, in our retirement. And I said, try not to overthink it. Ask ourselves, what are we after? Well, what do we want to achieve, right? So if all we want is to generate a reliable cash flow and a stronger cash flow in retirement, then we could possibly consider a larger annuity, which is the enhanced retirement sum for CPF Life. So we get a bigger payout every month, right, in retirement. That is if all we want is a more meaningful and very reliable cash flow. Right, CPF Life is the best annuity there is out there, right? But if we are thinking of holding a savings account that pays us 4% per annum, risk-free, like the special account when we turn 55, I mean, that was before the new ruling, right? So people holding the CPF-SA account and then they're older than 55, they still have it, and it's like savings account they can withdraw money from the account anytime they want. It's a lot of liquidity, right? Unfortunately, I don't think there is any product like this available, right? No conditions, you know, you don't have to jump through hoops and loops just to get 4% per annum, risk-free, volatility-free, and you can withdraw money anytime you want, right? So if that's what we are after, then I don't think there's an option available, any other options available, right? But if it's just to generate a more reliable cash flow, then CPF Life Enhanced Retirement Sum, something we can consider, right? I know many people don't like the idea, but like I say, it depends on what we are after, what we want to achieve, right? If it doesn't gel with what we want to, doesn't gel with what we want to achieve, then of course the idea is out the window. All right, so please don't scold me. Right. Then another reader asked me if I'm interested in adding to hospitality trust investments, because I have a small investment in Escort, for example. And he said that, you know, now there's this Taylor Swift boom and all tourism and concert booming in Singapore is benefiting the hospitality industry. So whether would I be investing in more hospitality trusts and maybe increasing my investment in Escort? So I mean, my reply, some of you would be able to guess, is that, you know, I say there is very little incentive for me to add to my investments in business trusts and REITs. You know, for as long as DBS, OCBC, and UOB are able to offer dividend yields upwards of 6% per annum, right? And this is especially when the banks have better looking numbers overall. You know, they pay out like a fraction of their earnings and they have plenty of retained earnings. So, but having said that, I'm willing to hold on to my investments made in the past, you know, in REITs and hospitality trusts, as long as you pay me and do not give me headaches, right? If they give me headaches, like, you know, Sabana REIT, right? I shared in the recent video, I reduced my investment in that REIT significantly. Right. So, and in fact, for Escort as well, I reduced my investment in Escort significantly during the pandemic when there was a bounce in the unit price. Yeah, some of you might remember. I don't like investing in stuff that gives me headaches and sleepless nights, right? So the reader came back and said that the environment has turned rather complex nowadays for rental businesses, and I said, yeah, it's true, right? It's a minefield we have to tread carefully. Right. I mean, many analysts are saying, oh, interest rates are coming down, so it's time to go back into REITs and business trusts. I think it's not that simple, right? It's not that simple. And then we always have to see what are the alternatives available, whether there are better investment options available. Of course, whether it fits our investment objectives. Right. So maybe I'll talk about interest rates in the next video. Right. So if AK can talk to himself, so can you. Bye bye.